workouts, it became a design. From the sideline, they threw shade at mine. But even in the shadows, I was made to shine. Fake bosses took losses, fake faces in mine. You can't fake special forces, this place is mine. I'm leaving it there. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm special
Mic drop.
forces, by the way.
Mic drop.
Just for those that need to know.
Mic drop.
All right, y'all, listen, right? Yo.
Mic drop.
Bro, we gotta start, man. We on a time continuous, dog.
Yeah.
Black want more. He being greedy.
I
as
know you
shit.
getting greedy, man.
Yeah.
One day we gonna smoke. I'm gonna go in for you, dog. We gonna sit there. You gonna just be filming. We gonna do some.
That's it, because I ain't smoking.
I know you don't smoke, man.
Yes, Lord. Yes,
Yo,
Lord.
what's up, y'all? What's up? Welcome
going
to
on?
another episode of Foreign Insight. Today, here with your host, Dan Maddox, and today we here with two special guests. One is already is a one who's been on the show before, and the other one is a voice. Man, I was gonna say some shit. I caught myself, but you know what? This nigga's a lyricist, man. I'm gonna put it out there. I ain't want
Don
to say
DeMarco.
I ain't want to say it right now and blow it up. You know what I'm saying? But we got Eload. We got Eload franchise. Matter of fact, I'm sorry. Who you are, son?
Yo, it's Science to God, aka Mad Science Workouts. Come check me at the spot. You know where we at. You need to get fit. I got you. Peace.
Yeah, it's your boy, one and only, yours truly, Elo the franchise, East New York, Brooklyn, SBMG. I'll let your boy.
Elo.
Yes,
Yeah,
Lord.
right. Don
Yes,
DeMarco.
Don DeMarco. Matter of fact, shout out Don DeMarco. That's my big bro, too.
Facts.
All right, so now here we go straight into it, man.
Yeah, let's hit it.
Today's
Let's
topic
talk about
is
it.
mothers destroy sons.
Damn.
And it's something that I've been on my mind for a while now since I was young. And you know, when you're young, you really can't say too much stuff to your mother. But for some weird reason, when a father is fucking up, you're allowed to tell the public how you feel about your father, how messed up he was. But it's like it's taboo in the hood to speak on mothers that destroys their son's psyche and mental to even function in society. So with that being said, the little introduction to the topic, do y'all agree that mother destroys sons?
Most assuredly, bro.
What about you, E?
I would say to an extent. I wouldn't say all the way, but I'm going to lean more so, yeah.
So, yeah, so you...
Yeah. Can't raise him to be a man, you know what I'm saying? He grew up being an emotional wreck, you know what I mean? So
See, and a lot of times, a lot of women to this day say, oh, a lot of men ain't shit. But then we got to start back when the mother started leading the households mainly. And that was during the civil rights movement, right? Those times when the mother started to really take over households. I wasn't even born then, but I was born in the 80s, early 80s. So I was kind of the heart of it. So I seen that shit happen firsthand. You know, now my mom's and my father was married when they had us, and they separated down the line. And they still was legally married. But my father was a major influence on my life. But I see how some of my siblings didn't have a father, how they grew up versus how me and my brothers grew up with my father in the house.
Right.
So I seen both ends of it. But I also see a lot of mothers destroy sons, even in my own family.
Right.
But when I say that shit, a lot of women get defensive and get upset. But it's the honest truth.
Right.
That's a fact, bro. Wow. I saw, and this is an honest story. I saw my mother destroy my brother. Through the graces of God, I was able to escape it. Only because I got put out my household at 12.
Hold on. 12?
Yes, sir.
My bad. Finish your story.
I'll reiterate on that in a few. But honestly, my brother I'm proud of him now. Like, he's just starting to, like, wet his wings, so to speak. But for a long time, bro, he was not held accountable for shit that he did.
Right.
My mother coddled the shit out of him so bad and that it had him thinking that, I don't know, I'm a grass-fed lion, so I could be a lion and would still wear heels. Right. And that's sad to say about my brother. I love the shit out of him. But he finally snapped out of it, bro.
Right.
Now, I'm going to tell you the sad part to that. It's a generational curse because she's doing it to his fucking son. So my nephew now is a fucking grass-fed lion. So it went from my brother being a vegetarian lion, and by the way, sidebar, since when the fuck you know lions to eat grass?
Right.
It went from my brother being a grass-fed lion to finally decide to eat what he's supposed to eat, deer and giraffes and shit like that, pause. And now my nephew is a grass-fed ass lion.
Right.
And it's sad because now she's doing it to his son, which is my great nephew.
Right.
So it's a sad ass curse, bro. And yo, boy.
So hold on.
Boy.
So do you think that she's doing it purposely or accidentally?
Now
Accident-
with that, I'm gonna say it's a double-edged sword. And the reason I say that is because it's done intentionally, but I don't think they realize what the fuck they doing.
Right.
You get what I mean by that? It's done intentionally because you're trying to protect them. Call yourself, I'm protecting them from the outside world, and I'm protecting them from all the evils around him. But you can't. Exactly. And with that being said, it's only because they were never taught how to nurture. So if their mother didn't nurture them, how the fuck they gonna nurture a kid? And it's just a trickle down effect to where we at now. That's why these fucking grass-fed lions out here now ain't shit.
Right.
Word. Because again, their mother will not allow them to be a man. You have to fall down, bro, and bust your ass to get back up. You know how many scrapes and bumps and bruises I got? My mother ain't kissed my motherfucking elbow.
Right.
My mother ain't kissed my forehead and tell me I'm gonna be all right. She said, boy, wash that shit off and get your ass up.
Right.
But on the flip side, my brother, this nigga get a splinter in his World War motherfucking 3. Oh my God, call the ambulance, get some iodine, I need a needle, burn it.
So
You get my point?
so was he the older
crazy.
brother or younger brother?
Younger.
What about you, E?
I mean, I'm gonna say my father. Well, my mom, she left my pops like when I was young or whatever. I'm originally from DC, so we moved from DC to New York. How could I say it? I wouldn't say that my mom's raised me like, but I was not saying that I'm more being raised by my mom's. I'm more of an empath than anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, not saying that my father was around, I wouldn't be, but I'm more like, I love people. You know what I'm saying? I would say I get that from my mom's, but it's like me going outside and being around my older brother, like I learned I learned a lot of stuff by just watching him. Like Boys in the Hood, that was him.
That's how it's
You know what I mean? Like Minister
That's how it's
Society, that was
supposed to
him.
be. That's
So
how
it's
it's
like
supposed to be.
I learned from him. I learned what to do and what not to do. So I can't say that my father wasn't there, but my older brother was there. You know what I'm saying? But like being raised by my mom's, he taught me how to be a man just by watching. You know what I'm saying? But my mom's, she nurtured all of us. She raised us right, but yeah, she raised us right. I can't even say that. My mom's raised us right.
Because
I can't even, you know what I mean?
Because the reason why I say that is because a lot of people, mothers can destroy kids in different ways, right?
Right.
Yes.
Sons. We think that we mean like mothers destroying the sons, like physical breakdown, mentally breakdown, cursing you out. That's one way. But the other way also is over babying a boy. So when they grow up, they'll know how to be a man. Because a woman can't.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Because a woman don't know how to make a man be a man, right? That takes masculine energy. So if a woman is trying to be the father and the mother, they say, try to be masculine, you're giving artificial masculine energy to that boy. When that boy grow up, he tend to be a bitch around, he'll be no good to date women.
Yeah.
He'll be no good for them. Because the women, I always say it over and over, women need love from a man like a man, not love from a man like a woman. That goes against their nature. You like that?
Yo, I'm
That was deep.
I'm gonna chime in a little bit.
That was deep right
Foreign.
there. That was deep
What
right
you
there.
said was fantastic. Black, I applaud you, bro, because you being there for him made him discover what he needed to discover because the father wasn't there. Now the flip side to that, I couldn't be there for my brothers.
Right.
You understand? And when she left my pops, that's how the motherfuckers start eating grass.
Right.
And lettuce and carrots and shit like that.
Shit like that.
No man eater supposed to be eating fucking plants, bro. And at the end of the day,
That was an aardvark ant. Aardvark line eating ants. like Pumbaa and Timon. You see what happened with Lion King? Like remember, Lion Simba was supposed to be a lion, but a nigga was raised about a meerkat and a pig.
That was a psychological
and
message.
he grew up a vegetarian lion.
He was a vegetarian.
That's crazy.
He's like eating bugs.
But that was
grass.
to, you know what that was, to solidify that this shit is correct. It was not, bro.
Yeah, and he was a punk at first. Simba
Yeah.
was
To solidify that this shit was correct. And I again, bro, I that's big, because you said, yo, I had my big brother, and my brothers probably needed me.
Right.
So now I'm gonna go back to what I was telling you about the 12-year-old shit. My brothers is from a different pops. I don't know who the fuck my pops is. At this point in my life, I really don't care. You know what I mean? Brooklyn was my father. My grandmother was my mother. You know what I mean? I say Brooklyn was my father because I was a street kid. Okay. When my step pops felt like I was overstepping my boundaries, or I'm gonna put it to you plain, the nigga punched me and I punched his ass back because I was a street kid.
How old was you when he punched you?
12.
Damn.
Punched me and I punched his ass back. He went to the room and said, oh, you think you a man? And clicked on me. My mother jumped in the way, said, yo, you can't shoot my son. He said, either he go or I go. Guess who the fuck had to go with the clothes on their back outside? Myself.
Wow.
And with that being said, I got in trouble. They tried to like flip it because they proclaimed everybody was looking for me. They probably was, because I didn't go straight to my grandmother's house. I went to my boy crib. I spent the night at another kid crib. And then the parent was like, yo, why he ain't going home? So when they called my moms, they said, oh, your mother and them coming to pick you up. I dipped, broke out. I'm not waiting for these. They gonna take me back and bust my ass.
Right.
Nah. So then I went to my grandmother's house out of fear. My grandmother protected me. My grandmother said, that man can't come in my house. If you put that boy out, he can't come in my house, so you stand your ass in the hallway. And she cussed my mother the fuck out. Tore her a new asshole. How the fuck you do that? So you know what? Now he gonna stay here with me. And that's how it started.
So your mother and you, growing up from 12 to let's say 18, did y'all have a relationship that was kind of good or was bad all the way through?
It was rocky still because that man was still there. I wasn't allowed in their house. And so she would have to sneak down to come see me. Or if she came to see me, it was like to come to, I guess out of guilt, let me throw you a couple of dollars or whatever, And, you know.
That's cool.
So that's kind of, that literally destroyed you. It kind of destroyed you.
It did a Phoenix effect, bro. It destroyed me, but it also reborn myself. It rebirthed me into something different. That's why
push you towards your purpose.
I'm different now.
She didn't push you to your purpose. You push you to your purpose.
Yeah.
Facts.
A lot of people do that. Like, for example, let's go with the boxer, Crawford. His mother used to tell him, like, he ain't shit. And I told him she loved him, whatever. And they'll pay kids in my neighborhood to beat his ass and shit like that.
That's crazy.
Right? And he used to win fights and wanted approval of his mother, but she never gave it to him. Then he actually, his whole mindset, like, watch, I'm going to show her. And now when he became the world champion, everyone is saying, you see, the mother pushed him. The mother didn't push him. He pushed himself. He used that negative energy she gave him and gained the skill out of it. That's a testament to him being resilient because the mother was tearing him down. So we cannot turn around and give a mother credit for destroying her son, but instead of him saying, fuck it, and fall like the rest of us, nigga said, nah, I'm going to make something out of myself because he said his father was saying, you're going to be a world champ. So I guarantee you the father said, you ain't going to be shit on some fucking 5 Heartbeat shits to Eddie King. You ain't going to be shit because I ain't shit. I guarantee you nobody gave, although Eddie King was a fake movie, but let's say it was real. If a father told his son, you ain't going to be shit, you ain't shit, and then that boy grow up to be shit, no one's going to say the father drove him to be successful.
Right.
They're never going to say that shit. But when it's a mother, they're going to say that shit. Mother destroys sons. I'm going to give another way how a mother destroys sons. A mother could destroy a son by literally having how can I say this? They would literally destroy a son by picking girls for him, right? Let's say, for example, they can literally find a girl they like. They're connecting good. They get engaged. The mother will be single and miserable because she's losing her husband's son. She's losing him to another girl. So therefore, she'll interrupt that shit, want to hop in the front seat. Nigga, that's daddy's job. That's not my job. I'm not your husband. If I got a car and my fiance or my girlfriend or my wife, she gets to the passenger side. Mommy, you go in the back. It ain't my job to be your husband. That's daddy's job.
Facts.
Right? And that literally happens why I see mothers destroy their sons that way, to the point that it makes them hard to love other females. So, with that being said, I'm asking another question. We go for both of y'all. I'm gonna start with you first. Was your mother a natural, like, sweet-hearted woman?
That's easy, yeah. My mom's from North Carolina, so, you know, like, she grew up with that homegrown, like that, you know what I mean? Like, my mom, she was a mother's mother. Like, she big mama, she everything. She everybody aunt, she's everybody, she people grandmother, she's not even their grandmother. They call her grandma. So, my mom's, yeah, she definitely was, though. She was sweet. Still is.
So have you ever seen, like, in the black community, a lot of us are raised by our mothers, right? A lot of us are raised by our mothers, right? And a lot of us didn't have our fathers in the home. This is the actual fact. The thing I wanted to ask y'all is, how come when a kid, a boy, finish school, graduate, or be successful, the mother would say, yeah, I did that, right? And take the credit off you. But if you don't become successful and you become a menace to society, they never say, I did that. They'll blame it on the father who wasn't there.
Facts.
I got one for you. What you think about the Ja Morant joint?
His mother toxic as hell.
Okay.
That's a fact, though. What you just said is a fact.
How you inviting niggas? Your son's a multi-millionaire. He's probably the first generational millionaire in your family. He worth a couple $100 million, and you'll put him in harm's way to lose his career or get killed because you can't keep your mouth closed at Foot Locker or City Line.
Yeah.
You called your son to go hurt an employee.
Oh wow.
If your son goes and
I
hurt
didn't know
them,
nothing about that.
if you a couple times, if your son go in that employee in that job, which he did, bang on the door, he got a lawsuit, and he would have hit that guy.
Oh, it's up for him.
Like, it's all, let's say, like, now I ain't playing with you. Go get your son, and he had a gun in the back and shot Morant brains out and shot it in Foot Locker or whatever the store was.
I just told you about that incident. Remember?
This is
Not throwing nobody under the bus at Juiceville.
What happened to Juiceville?
Oh, I ain't gonna tell you on camera, kid. I ain't gonna soil him that much, but definitely was put in a position where it was either do I stay here and get hurt, or do I go get my gun and come back and hurt this nigga?
Outside.
Right. So yeah, ugly, bro. I'm gonna fill you in, kid.
That's crazy.
But I just told you the story, Foreign.
So I see mothers in the black community, right? Like, let's say, for example, we outside chilling, right? And a lot of our boys, we put our mothers first before everything, right? They'll destroy a son. Think about it. Have you ever noticed when guys starting to become successful, what they always say? Buy my mama a house, buy my mama a house. They put that pressure on boys from young to buy their mother a house. I mean, that's not a kid's job. It ain't a kid's job to buy mama a house. It's mama's job to make sure the kid have a house. It's actually their job. It's the reverse. No one said, I'm buy my daddy a house. That's not how that happens. And that right there can destroy sons. Now, I'll tell you how it can destroy sons, because they make the sons go super hard to make extra money by all means. In the other camera. Yeah. So they make the kids go out there and make money by any means. Like, yo, I gotta make money this way. They'll rob and kill and steal. Make sure mama get that house, right? Then make sure mama get that house. And they end up going into debt behind that shit. So I'm like, yo, listen, a mother has a special place in boys' hearts, sons' hearts. No matter how mad you are at your mother, it's a space that it's just weird. But the mothers be knowing this shit, and they'll destroy their sons.
Use it as a weapon.
They'll use that shit. So I see kids, young boys that become young millionaires, and before they buy themselves a house, they buy their mother a house. Now, I'm not saying you can't buy your mother a house, because I know my mother was alive and I was rich. My mother getting a house too. I have no problem with that, but you must come first,
Right.
before you buy your mother a house, because you're gonna go in debt behind that shit.
Right.
Y'all agree?
I agree.
100%.
What do you want to
What
say?
you want to say, Black?
He said, you good, you good, you good. He said, you good.
I want to build a little bit about, that situation.
You want to talk to the mic?
Talk to the mic.
Nah, you good.
No,
It's you.
the mic.
Well, I just wanted to build a little bit about this topic because it's very, it's deep and it's very complex. You know what I'm saying? Which my mom was good. I can't complain because everything I did, it was a choice of mine.
The mic up a little bit.
And then it's like,
Yes,
it's a difference between masculine energy and feminine energy. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of so deep, whereas certain things have been plotted against the people, us as the people. You know what I'm saying? I don't really want to get far into it, but we already know because the unity was there, say like with Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's always been the
Right,
black
yeah.
man and the black woman.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
They divided us, bro.
Exactly.
This was
But
programming.
What they did in the 70s, that's when they dropped that dope bomb on the people.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
But it was still unity amongst the family.
But what they
and
did,
then the 80s.
they started to convince women that they didn't need us.
See, but that's later on. I'm about to build on that.
Talk it to the mic.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then in the 80s, because we still had the unity, that's when they dropped that crack bomb on everybody.
In the 80s.
Yeah, in the 80s. And that's what kind of threw our people off a lot.
This shit was going on before crack, though, Black. I'm
No,
telling
but
you.
I'm just talking about recently, far as in the last 40, 50 years.
Right.
Because everything been a process. You know what I'm saying? But that's why the same reason how I don't want to just put it like on the government.
Mic up.
But,
Mic up.
why you think the government will give a female an apartment with the kids, but the man can't live there?
Again, that's the whole thing I'm talking about. That was going on before crack. They was taking care of the women and making them believe that they didn't need a man, bro. They broke down the family structure. They started incarcerating us for bullshit. You understand? And started taking the man out of the picture.
That's
You understand?
The 90s era.
Nah, this was before the 90s, bro.
But the 90s, everybody, it was all jail. You just walk to go get a blunt, nigga. You getting searched.
Talking about that whole crime bill thing happened in the 90s.
But
it happened before that.
Even before that, I know we all liked it. Good times back in the days, right? Mm-hmm. And at one point, the mother, Florida Evans, they wanted her to do the show without the husband.
Of course. That's why they killed them off.
That's why
To show that women can do it without a man.
she would not do it without him.
Yeah. That's why they
know
brought
what
that
I mean?
second guy in, the second dude who she was messing with and dating, remember? Because she refused. I know all about it.
Exactly.
But again, that good times came about in the 70s, Black. Again, that's what I was trying to say,
Because
is that
they were
before
trying to-
crack
they were
came,
trying to take-
they was
No, but
already
they been
destroying
trying to
us,
plot-
bro.
But how you going to destroy it when only thing you can take from that energy is the other half. Our other half is the wisdom, is the female.
Of course.
It's man, woman, and child.
Right.
But you know what
but
I'm
when they
saying?
take the man out the picture and pump up the goddamn woman,
This
bro,
is not-
now it's woman,
but
woman,
look,
child.
but look, this
now
is-
it's woman and child with no man.
This is
and
a
this
plot.
is
Look, this is a plot.
Of course.
Way before it even took fruition.
of course.
This is not something that just happened.
Bro, this happened-
It's been
This
a
was-
long
this
process
been-
where they gave the woman the power.
Bro,
Right now,
this
look,
process
look,
been
look,
going
look,
on
look,
before you and I was born, dog.
Look, right? Look at us right now,
Brother,
bro.
have a seat. Have a seat. Have a seat.
As us being the person that we is and the people that we are, you know, it's like it been a lot of things that been plotted and all of that way before it even happened.
I know that.
You know what I'm saying? That's like when they taking the black gene from the brown gene and separating. All they doing is taking the masculine from the feminine, from the masculine from the feminine and separating it.
But that's my point where I go back into how mothers destroy sons.
Yeah, but not just mothers. We got everybody against us.
No, I agree, but I'm talking about the topic is about mothers destroying sons. So what I'm saying is, of course, we understand that we've been talking about the father destroying sons since when I was a kid, probably before my time, since like Ricky Lake and all this type of shows been happening when I was actually a kid. So niggas been holding men accountable all this time. But no one really peeled back the layers on mothers of how they destroy sons and reason why the crime rate is so damn high in the black community, because the boys have lost their way. The boys have lost their way of how to be men. They're being emotional bitches.
Thank you.
And
Because they being led by their moms.
that's my point about
Because
mothers
they
destroying
taking
sons.
the fathers out of the whole.
Yeah, and mind you,
everything. The man is out of it.
Yeah, but mind you, as what I said, is it some mothers are purposely destroying their sons and some aren't. They're over spoiling their son like a baby, them too much, and they don't mean to fuck them up that way, but it end up the same way. These people go in society thinking that I don't gotta respect authority because my mother say he ain't my father, blah, blah, and you destroying your son when you do shit like that. Because he go outside, a man, like he said, a lion ain't supposed to eat grass. Like he said, that's some cow shit or even gorillas to do that shit, right?
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying? They're actually more peaceful animals, right? So when you got a man out there in the ruthless world, and this man is supposed to be logical, as opposed to have structure and problem solve, and the mother's supposed to be, I gotta be the masculine person, and they're saying, I gotta be the masculine person. They teach their sons artificial manhood. So now these sons
in the same token,
but these same
that
boys,
was a plot.
I agree
From the beginning to get that masculine energy up out of there.
But that's the point.
been.
I'm agreeing with
It
you.
been.
And that's the point why I'm bringing attention to it now. Of showing boys right now, like for example, the murder rate in the black community is almost at an all-time high, right? Like it's super, super crazy. And a lot of the boys are dying behind what? I don't know. Looked at me wrong. Dude, what the fuck? That's it? Like you killed him because you
know
upset
why?
today.
Because you know
that's
why?
Literally that's fucking
You know
insane.
why? You know why?
He got destroyed, son.
They giving the power to the second hand, which most necessary, but you know it's man, woman, and child. Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Everything must go through a phase for it to be complete. Now, when you take in the foundation, because even a female needs a man to guide her, or she will misspin her brag.
What type of man to guide her? That's what type of man?
A man, a real man, a man that's on his job. I don't know them other type of men.
That's what I'm talking. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Because I'm agreeing with you. And my point is, we always address that part, right? That's the given. But all the men out here who are emotionally wrecked up, they usually come from their mothers. Some do it purposely, and some do it accidentally.
Unintentionally.
Yeah, they do like, all right, damn, I ain't mean to do that shit. I done gave you all the best thing because I worked hard because I was spoiling my only baby. But in reality is, when he grows up, there's a high chance he's gonna be a shitty man to women.
Facts.
Because he don't understand what it takes to be to actual man to provide because he got everything handed to him.
Yeah.
Now when he deal with the woman's gonna be the hard worker. He'll be like, yo, he's destroyed.
See, but look, it's a difference between the man and woman, even as a boy and a girl. When they walk outside, they see a total different world than when we walk outside. The world is totally different. So as a female trying to give the male advice, she will make you one of them funny, dude.
Destroying
because the shit don't work in the real world. Because women only say things that benefit women.
I agree with that. I'll give an example, right? You ever look at a lot of women, and I ain't knocking women, because they speak in feelings, right? They'll be like, I feel this, that, and the third, because they're more emotional based, which I know people keep saying it over and over on every other podcast. They're just wired that way, just the truth. Men are more logical, wired different.
Exactly.
Men act like,
Exactly.
you ask a dude how you feel, they're going to give you an answer of what they know. And a lot of women can't take that. So when you ask me a question, don't ask me how I feel about something. Ask me, what do you think of something? Now I'm going to give you my honest
look at
opinion.
this, God.
Now, if you start to have men think about how they feel, you're destroying the nature of the actual boy before you become a man.
But look at this,
He gonna
God.
grow up
But
to
look
be
at this, God. In the same token, as boys, we was taught not to cry, not to show feelings.
Thank
not
you.
to-
I agree.
So we gotta bottle all of this different type of things. It's okay to cry,
Yeah.
nigga. I cried in front of my brother, nigga.
Me
and
too.
he know I'm a G, nigga.
Uh-huh.
But sometimes you gotta
Let that
release.
shit
That's
out.
how you cleanse
You
your
human.
soul.
I agree.
You cleanse your soul by doing that. And these are things that was embedded in us as kids that wasn't so right. Because if something hurt and you want to cry, if you go cry.
I agree.
You know, you're not feeling so good. You fall, cry, it hurt. You know what I'm saying? But we was always taught. We was always
shit hurt,
taught.
nigga, it
We
hurt,
was
nigga.
always taught to suppress whatever feelings that we was going through.
Yeah.
You know, so it put us in a real hard space.
I ain't gonna lie, son. I like your views, son.
That's peace. That's peace.
Exactly what I'm talking about. But you bring it down from a different perspective, and then come right back into
and
it.
that's what we need. We need different perspectives because again, all these different perspectives come back to the whole collective, which is why these little young niggas is fucked up.
Yes.
It goes back to all of that. Each one is just, it's like a bicycle wheel, and those are spokes. You understand? Those are spokes. So everything he spoke about was a spoke to that wheel. What you spoke about, a spoke to that wheel. What I spoke about, a spoke to that wheel. And all those spokes makes the structure of the wheel. And that wheel is that we are raising some fucked up ass kids. And the men are getting blamed for it. And like you said, the women are not taking accountability
They
or
don't take
responsibility
accountability
for
for
what
nothing.
part they hold in it.
right.
The first thing you see when you come out the womb is your mother. So that attachment is so like strong. And to have then this woman who may not be well versed, excuse me, or may not have a knowledge of how to rear a kid is like giving a 2-year-old a Rubik's Cube and telling them to solve it.
Yeah,
They're going to be
facts.
like looking at it and trying to figure it out. So that's where these mothers is at, because they looking at these kids and like, oh my God, trying to figure it out, but still blaming the father for, oh, he's not here and he's this and he's that.
And that's bullshit too, because
That's right.
that's
right.
bullshit too. Because let's say if the father get killed, then what? If he died of an illness or get killed, you're still responsible to take care of that child.
Exactly.
You can't say my father, because the father ain't here. That never makes sense.
That's
Yeah.
exactly.
It don't make sense regardless of the fact whether the father here or not. The baby was here because you wanted the baby to be here. You went through the 9 months you carried that baby. You and that baby have a special, different type of bond.
Right.
So whether the father there or not, that's not an excuse not to take care of your child. And another way mothers destroy sons too is that babysitting shit. I see little boys grow up and they always got to babysit their siblings. Like 24/7. I'm like, dude, this boy needs to go outside and run around. He got balls. He got energy. He got that, what's it called again? Testosterone? Yeah, I can-
Testicular fortitude.
Yeah, he run around energy and that shit bundled up in the house. Like, he gonna explode. So mind you, this boy is being raised to be, once again, a husband, and he's Yo, and he's literally taking care of all the kids while mommy outside partying.
He said a husband. You heard that?
So by the time he about to go outside, his late teens, he started wilding in the streets because he'd never been outside. Have you ever had a dog that you kept in the house for like 2 years, 3 years straight, and you finally said, "Let me walk my dog today in the park," and he goes crazy? He started going crazy. That happened to my cousin. I'm gonna say right now, I ain't gonna mention his name, but I had a cousin that went through that. I gotta add one more minute to this thing. I gotta get to my cousin, bro. This right here is sad. Yo, listen. I have a cousin. Growing up, he can have no company. He could hardly spend the night at cousins' houses because his mother was mentally ill. And back then, people don't want to mention that people have mentally ill parents or black people like, nah, he good. He good. He just bad, and it's unchecked, so it gets worse, right? Because back then, that's what we be like, nah, he just bad. So now my cousin,
Still to this day.
thank you.
Yes, indeed.
But my cousin, he could hardly go nowhere. So his late teens, he started to wild out in the streets. He started to come outside, wilding out, whatever. And I see how his mother destroyed him because she, let's be honest, have unchecked mental illness herself. It's unchecked. And everybody in the family ignore, like, I just hard. Ignores the shit. And to the point that, nigga, I'm about to be 40 in November. And now it's coming around to my end. And I'm like, nigga, stop. Cause now you're not gonna make me no, because you're affecting my cousin is not the same. And they all need therapy. And the black community, we like, oh, until that nigga kill somebody, they're like, oh, that nigga crazy. He end like a fucking Jeffrey Dahmer or fucking what you call that nigga? Charles Manson. They be like, but it's history. This shit happening from young.
Yo, honestly speaking, all black people need therapy.
For sure.
All black people, male, female.
All been traumatized.
We've
for
all
real.
been traumatized
That's
for
right.
a lot of years. All black people need therapy. All black people. Now, I got a question for you, Foreign.
Go ahead.
So, now that we've all came together for the collective of this topic, what's the end game? Like, what do we do at this point? Because do we just let us implode on ourselves? Do we try to do something about it? Like, what? Because, and the reason I say that is because you can't have conversations like this with women sometimes. So for us to now, we put this out, you know you're going to get a lot of flack behind this shit.
I know that. And I'm full of
Shit,
smoke.
I don't even want my mama to see this because it's going to be like, boy, you blew me up on YouTube.
And see, and that's the problem right there. That's the problem.
Right.
Because I can't talk to you, but then when I address it,
Then I'm wrong.
Then you're wrong.
I'm wrong, right. And why not address the elephant in the room? Because the elephant been there for so fucking long. It's shitting up the place, and it's been here a long time.
and not only
So,
that, my bad.
I mean,
Go ahead, my bad.
You know, I'm saying we got to do something about it because we going like this, bro. We
Because
on a downward spiral.
Now, it's like saying someone got an infection. You keep ignoring it. He good. Now, the fucking shit don't root from his toe all the way to his calf. You're like, nah, he good. Now the infection is past his knee to his fucking
And
thigh.
next thing you know, his
Nah,
leg
he's
get
good,
cut
good.
off.
Man, nigga gonna say something? Yo, dude, you got an elephantitis leg. I feel like a fucking elephant hip now. Right. Nah, he good. He just big bone. Dude, his shit is green, nigga.
Yeah.
Nah, that's
Right.
what happens.
Right.
So my
Right.
thing is,
Right.
if you talk to your mothers about the trauma you've been through, she wouldn't mind it being talked about in public because I had got past that.
We can't talk. Me and my mother can't talk about it. I'm dead ass. I tried already.
So, Master,
After when my stepfather passed away, she was still in her mind convinced to try to tell me that this man is my father. I'm like, Ma, we way past that. You know, I already know the story. I know the scoop. Grandma told me, Auntie told me, Uncle told me. We've been through this. I already done barked his ass out when I
Kirk
found out
Franklin
he wasn't
shit.
my fucking father. Come on, bro. You gonna now, 30 years later, try to convince me that he was your father? No. He was the man there that helped to raise me in my early stages. That's what I'm gonna call him. He was not my father. Because if he was my father, no father should pull a gun on their fucking son. I have 2 sons. My 2 sons could never say that I ever even put a hand on them. I have 2 daughters. I love them to death. My daughters could never say I put hands on them, bro. And what I made sure I did is that I was a better parent to my kids than my parents were to me. I broke the generational curse. My kids are excellent. They doing well, and I'm not stressed about it. You don't see me scratching my head talking about, oh my God, my son, oh my God, my daughter. They are great. They are fucking great.
That's what you call resilient right there, being resilient. And the thing I wanted to say to both of y'all, last question I'm going to ask both of y'all, right, is that if your mother was watching this episode, 'cause I'm pretty sure she's going to watch it because I'm going to send y'all all the links and all your inboxes, nigga. So mama going to see this. What, something that you always wanted to say to her that you could say to her now on camera?
Oh, man. Ma, I'm going to say this. I'll apologize to you for revealing your dark secret. But at least, the least you could have done was told me who the fuck was the sperm donor. I mean, he wasn't there. I get that. But I could have really turned out to be Jeffrey Dahmer. And I ended up being Mad Science Workouts on the strength of me.
That's not funny, but that's
On
funny
the
at the same
strength of
time.
me.
No doubt.
That's good.
Feel
son.
me?
No doubt.
And I just wish you would, because now, Ma, I mean, come on, bro. You going to take this shit to your grave? I still don't know who that man is. And again, I said in the beginning, I really don't care. But that's the one thing I probably would ask her or would want to say to her, like, tell me who he is. Let me have that part of my legacy to say, well, damn, let me do some lineage on this side. I could be fucking from Costa Rica somewhere. I could be Ecuadorian. I could be anything.
Facts.
I don't even know who the fuck I am. But I do know that I'm Mad Science Workouts. Come check me. Holla at your boy. By the way, I'm also AKA Demetrius, The List. 10 series episodes. Boy, it's going to be hot. Come to my page, man. Come check me. Mad Science Workouts.
Go ahead, Black. Same
All
question.
right. Well, far as me talking about my mom's, only thing it is, and she already know that, was coming up, my mom used to believe everybody over me. The teachers, the police, the everything. And to this day, police,
You was
yeah.
bad then. You was
yeah,
bad.
Yeah, I was kind of, out there trying to do
was
what
bad.
I could do. So
He said,
to this day,
"Hey,
if
officer,
she
whatever he
seeing this,
did, he did that shit."
if she's seeing this, she's very proud of me because she know where I've been, and she been there through all the struggles I've been through, and I'm here, Mom, and you see it.
Yeah.
We here, baby. And she knows to this day that I wasn't lying back then because all truth still come out. So the teachers was lying, the police was lying, they was lying on me, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yo.
And I love you, baby. You the best.
Yo, I love
That's
your
why.
moms too.
I love your moms
I
too.
met her
I love your
before.
moms three. I ain't even
love
met her.
your moms too. And don't get it twisted. I love my mother too. I'll take a bullet for her. I'll fuck when y'all up. Y'all mess with my mama. But
No doubt.
at the end of the
No
day,
doubt.
she dead ass wrong, and she knows she wrong. And you fuck my brother up too.
Let me ask you a
You know
question.
I ain't lie about that.
Before we go, is your mother ticklish?
I don't fucking know.
I was gonna tickle her and make you mad.
Hey, yo.
All right, y'all. Later, yo. We out. Later.